Hey fam, what's up? We're back. Another episode of 49 Faithfullee. We're your hosts, Miriah and Denise. Unfortunately, we're back with another 49ers loss. 49ers lost at home to the Kansas City Chiefs 23-44. And, it was so bad that at the end of the game, with like 4 minutes to go, Kansas City pulled all their starters. So that shows you how much of an ass kicking it was, Then eventually, the 49ers pulled, most of our starters and we seen Purdy get to play for a little bit. This is how bad it was that, my wife, she'll watch football, like she wouldn't choose to watch it, so she's not that much of a fan, but, and she knows the basics, probably of, when guys talk about like normal wives and how they are about football, like that's how I would explain to her, like she's just like a normal wife, like she's like football, whatever. But there was at a point like halfway through the game where she was like, why, like who's the third quarterback, like who's the quarterback behind Jimmy, like wouldn't it be better if we just put him in and see what he could do? She's like, he couldn't be any worse than what Jimmy does. I'm like, yeah, I know. At some point, you got to do something. Like I keep saying, you keep doing the same shit over and over. Like it's insanity, right? Like we've seen the team go out, and obviously make a blockbuster trade and get Christian McCaffrey. But, with only 2 days to really get prepared for the game, McCaffrey actually played a lot more than what I was expecting. Like I think it was like the second or third play of the game. Like he was already in the game, and had quite a few plays come halftime. So, there were some things to be positive about. I guess I'm not as upset with this loss because going into it, I was already expecting that we were going to lose, just because the injuries, and we did get quite a few people back on defense, but by the looks of it and by the defensive performance today, I would question maybe we rushed some guys back before they were really ready to come back. We saw, obviously Charvarius Ward only had a day of limited practice, whatever, leading up to this game. And then we seen at one point he even went out, of the game hurt and then came back. So it's like, was he really okay to even play in the first place? Because he kept getting beat, and that's not like him. And it was all plays like, running down the field and he's beat by 5 yards and can't even keep up. Like something's up there. That's just not normal play by him. So I don't know. It was a crazy game from start to finish. Like to even go into the halftime, like the last 2 minutes before halftime, like such a weird change of events, like over and over and over, like their ball, our ball, their ball, our ball, their ball, and then Kansas City trucks down there and then misses the field goal. Like it just was a crazy game all around. How you feeling? Thoughts?
I honestly, what's funny is like, I actually feel pretty much the same way you did. I like, remember when you and TL had your show, TL laughed at me because I was like, he's like, score predictions. I said 40-3, Kansas City. Or no, I said 53, Kansas City. I hate to say this, and people are gonna say like, oh, I can't believe you would say that. But like, and I know everyone's like, I saw Damian Lee's comments. He's like, please hold Kyle Shanahan and DeMeco Ryans accountable. Mm-hmm. I do hold Kyle Shanahan, but I am sorry. I don't think this game was on Kyle Shanahan. Like there were players open, but here's the thing. Everyone last week was like, Kyle Shanahan needs to use the players he's got. He needs to, spread the ball around, blah, blah, blah. He did that this game. He absolutely did this. Like Danny Gray was in the game. Like he tried to open it up. He tried to use all our different players. It's like, and when Jimmy played well and threw a good pass, I gave Jimmy credit. Like, I'm sorry, that when he was getting pummeled to the ground and he threw that ball and McLeod caught it, I thought that was amazing. I was like, holy shit. Like, I can't even believe Jimmy got that ball off. And I can't believe McLeod caught it. Like, holy shit, that was amazing. Go Jimmy, go McLeod. Like, I was super stoked for that. Like, that was awesome. But, like, I am sorry. Everyone has been praising DeMeco Ryans and saying we need to fire Kyle. DeMeco Ryans needs to be the next head coach. Okay, everybody, slow your roll. I love DeMeco Ryans, by the way, so this is not a slam on him. I am hoping like hell DeMeco Ryans doesn't get a head coaching job. And let me be the first to say that is only because I'm a selfish bitch and I don't want DeMeco Ryans to go anywhere. So there's that. So I'm not saying that. So D'Amico Ryans goes like, it's not because I don't want him as our defensive coordinator. I love D'Amico. I want him here. But our defensive players were lost. They were lost today. Like, I don't think I've ever seen us play a worse defensive game, like, in a while. Like, I was like, what are you guys doing? Like, what the hell's going on right now? Like, people were wide the fuck open. Patrick Mahomes. Now, granted, in D'Amico Ryans' defense, we are playing Patrick Mahomes, which is pretty much, as far as I'm concerned, the number one QB in the league. For me, it's a toss up between him and Josh Allen. I don't know who you want to give it to, but yeah.
Yeah.
1A, 1B, 1A, 1B, like whatever, like they're, as far as I'm concerned, they're the both, like either one of those teams is going to be representing the AFC in the Super Bowl. Like they're just, like they're so fucking good. It's beyond, like they're just amazing. So I did not expect us to win this game. Even at the beginning of the season, even if Trey Lance would have been behind center, I had us losing to the Chiefs. And honestly, it had nothing to do with Trey Lance. It had everything to do with Patrick Mahomes. Like literally, that's why I had us losing this game, because like, I'm sorry, like you have literally, like, let's be honest. Okay, speaking of Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen, like they just played and literally it was boom, boom, boom. It was score, 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 score. Like, I mean, Buffalo beat them by what? A field goal? Isn't that what it was? Like they beat them by 3 points. Like,
and that's how it was the last time they played. Like every time they play, it's like that.
Yeah, like when you are playing a team like Kansas City, you either have to have like your defense has to be fucking like on its game, or you've got to be able to go blow for blow with Patty Mahomes. And we don't have that cornerback. I'm sorry, we don't have him. And people can stick up for Jimmy. They can say it's all Kyle's fault. They, whatever. Like, you know what? Like I told, Tony from NBN Nothing But Niners, I told him, if you go look at the meme, I mean it with all my sincerity and all my heart. I used the little Toy Story potato head guy, and I literally put his lips on my ass and said, all you people who hate Kyle can kiss my ass. My ass. That's what I got to say. Because firing Kyle is not the fucking answer. It's not the answer. Like, is Kyle perfect? Far from it. Far from it. He's not perfect. But I will say this. This is what I think's funny about Kyle is everyone says, oh, your players can't get better until they play. Oh, this person can't get better. Like, oh, these coaches, whatever, whatever. Here's the thing. Kyle, I understand Kyle was an offensive coordinator, and I understand Kyle grew up around football. Like his dad was a football coach, and Kyle's been around football since he came out of the womb. I get it. But there's a difference between growing up around something and actually doing it. Like there's a difference. Kyle is still a baby in football coaching years. Like, I don't care what anyone says. Kyle is still learning. Like, am I making that the excuse for Kyle? No, I'm not. Like, Kyle needs to do better. I agree with that. Kyle needs to do better. He does. Like, he needs to do better. But, like, if you put Kyle up against Billy B, Andy Reid, Mike Tomlin, like the head coaches of the NFL, Kyle's a baby compared to them. He doesn't have any of the coaching experience that they have. Like, what does Billy B do better than anybody else in the NFL? I would say Mike Tomlin does this too. I don't know if Andy Reid's is good at this point, but the other two are really good at this. They take your best player away from you. I'm sorry. Can someone please explain to me why Travis Kelce was wide fucking open multiple times in this game? Wide open. He's Patrick Mahomes' favorite target. He's Patrick Mahomes' favorite target, and he was wide open. Wide open.
Like going in going in against the Kansas City Chiefs, that should be your number one priority as a defense, is to try to limit. You can't take him completely out because he's just too good, but try to limit Travis Kelce as much as possible.
Yes, I agree with that 200%. Is he still going to get his catches? Of course he is, because like Miriah said, he's Travis fucking Kelce. He's amazing. He's gonna beat people. He's gonna get his touches. He's gonna get his catches. But your goal as a defense is to take the number one player away. Travis Kelce is their number one player. Like Travis Kelce is
number Patrick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, right. Thank you. Like he is their number one player. Like he's the one they're going to go to 9 times out of 10. And on that one play, like, I'm sorry, like I can't remember what play it was because I was so busy yelling at my TV half the time. Like I can't even remember what play it was, but I think it was one of the first. It was either, I don't know if it was the first touchdown or the second or third touchdown. It was in the beginning. Travis Kelce was literally wide open. He was wide open. Like there was no one guarding him. Like no one. I was like, really?
I mean, there was to a point in the game when we really had nobody out there that can even guard him. Like we needed to put 2 or 3 guys on him because the guys we had out there like half his size and not very good because they're all backups, you know? So it's like,
yeah. And I do agree with that. Like, I will say one thing, like, I know we still have players hurt, and Miriah had a really good point. Like some of our players that came back, did they come back too early? Should they have been sidelined again? You know, like, should they not been out there at all? I mean, maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe they should have sat again. But I mean, don't we have a bye week coming up? Isn't
we
that
have the Rams and then we have a bye week?
Okay, we have the Rams and then the bye week. Okay. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, hopefully we can smoke the Rams, you know. If we can sweep the Rams, that'll make me super happy, but that's a whole nother thing. But, you know, and hey, you know what? We lost today, but you know what Denise's highlight of the fucking day was? That the Panthers fucking beat Tom Brady. Fuck you, Tom Brady. You got beat by the Panthers. Fuck you, motherfucker. I hate
they got their ass kicked. Not even just beat. Like, they got their ass kicked. Like, how embarrassing.
And Kyle Shanahan beat the Panthers. Fuck off, Tom Brady. Fuck you, motherfucker. Should have retired. Should have kept your wife and kids, bitch.
That's why he can't play, because he lost his wife to AB, so he's too worried about his kids and his wife calling AB daddy now.
Right.
And the Panthers beat them without their best player. With no Christian McCaffrey.
That's right.
And still smoked them.
And you know what? I'm sorry. Like, yeah, the 49ers lost. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo. But you know what? It is a good day, because let me be the one to tell you, I don't know about anybody else, because all you people wanted Tom Brady, and I can honestly say, as a 49ers fan, I did not want that motherfucker. Now, honestly, can I say I would have taken him over Jimmy Garoppolo? As painful as it is for me to admit that, yes, I would have taken Tom Brady over Jimmy Garoppolo, because I know he's better than Jimmy Garoppolo. But when Tom Brady does finally fucking retire, I am going to have a fuck you Tom Brady party.
Where else can you get Denise doing her aerobics on stream live for your entertainment? See,
I'm telling you what, girl.
You guys don't have to be upset after a loss. You can just come here and watch Denise do aerobics. And
that's right. What else could you ask for? You'd be like, oh, I'm so sad, but I get to watch this dumbass do aerobics live and in person. Fuck yeah, you do. I'm here for your entertainment, to make you laugh, smile, cry.
John came just in time.
Whatever. That's right, John. You're here just in time.
What the fuck?
What's up? How you feeling?
Oh man, I'm at the restaurant. I'm in my office, and I'm just kind of, I don't know. I'm I mean, I didn't have us winning this game, so I'm not as defeated as I thought. But I didn't have us giving up 44.
Yeah.
I mean, D'Amico got his fucking ass handed to him.
Speaking of, let me get out the score predictions here.
D'Amico got his ass handed to him, and we did what we do when we get scared, right? We rush players back that don't have any fucking business being back.
Mm-hmm.
Mooney Ward had no business on the field today.
Mm-hmm. That's what I said.
That dude couldn't even turn his head to look for a pass today. Like he wasn't even.
He was getting beat for like
game.
5 yards. Like he was 5 yards behind the fucking receivers. Like I've never seen him not be able to keep up with freaking receivers.
Yeah,
like it was ridiculous. Like you could tell something wasn't right.
What was his injury? I forgot. What was he out for?
Groin.
He said, okay, I forgot. Okay, thanks.
The team traded in high ankles for groins this year.
Yeah.
We're just making deals with the injury gods.
I'm telling you, dude, like that is one thing I will say. Like, I know Jaquaski Tart came out and said like we practiced too hard. Like, but I mean, is that really all it boils down to? Like, is it really that's all that? Like, is that really what's wrong? It's like if that's really what's wrong, you would think Kyle would have changed it already. Like, Kyle, are you too hard on our players? Like, come on, dude, really? Is that really what's wrong?
Guess who won the score prediction?
Tony.
Denise.
All right, take it easy, lady. Don't stub a toe.
Denise had 37-21, and it was 44-23. She's the winner.
I wish I knew what music she was listening to right now.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Congrats.
Thank you. And you know what, Ron? Let me be the one to tell you. I'm a hip hop lover, so that's why I like to dance and jump around like a fool.
Oh, so there's actually no music coming through those headphones right now. It's just us.
It's just you, but you know what, homie? I can play music in my head. That's how much I listen to music.
Just don't jump. You're gonna hit the ceiling.
All right, jump around.
She's gonna give herself a black eye soon.
She's gonna be wearing a club like Jimmy Ward if she keeps putting her hands up. Fans gonna take it out.
You're gonna see that foam thing that you have rolled behind you. You need to like unroll that and put it onto your ceiling.
Yeah. Yes.
Hey, I will. You know what? I got a funny story to tell both of you guys. Okay.
Okay, like, hold on. Before you do that, everybody, let's do a giveaway. Let's keep the mood up. Go ahead and drop your numbers in the chat while Denise tells her story. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, this is actually super funny. So, okay, I was out of town, right? Like, John's like, Denise is gonna need a cast, whatever. Like, this shit's hysterical. So, anyways, so we went out of town for a work conference, right? And I'll be honest with you guys, I've been super stressed lately because I thought we were gonna get laid off. For people who don't know, I'm in the mortgage industry. The rates are really high right now. So I was like, they've been laying people off left and right in my industry. I have a bunch of family that's, and friends that like don't have jobs right now. So it's a very scary time. But anyways, so we went to a work function in San Antonio, Texas. And like, one of the things was we all went to Top Golf, whatever, right? And everyone's playing golf, everybody's drinking, blah, 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 right? So everyone's drinking, right? And of course, I'm an underwriter, so all my loan officers and processors are like buying us drinks. They're like, hey, buying us drinks. We're like, all right, cool, whatever, and I don't drink very often. I'm not a huge drinker, so I know I'm crazy. You would think that I drink all the time. I don't. So I don't drink a lot. Anyways, long story short, I'm gonna try to keep it as short as possible. So at the end of the night, Top Golf, whatever, one of the processors was eating a cookie. You'll understand when I get done with the story. So she's eating a cookie and she's like, oh man, this cookie's really good. And I was like, oh, okay. And I'm like, oh, that cookie looks good. You know what? I think I'm going to grab one for the road. So I get the cookie. I'm holding the cookie. I don't eat it yet. Whatever. We leave. So everyone's like, hey, we're going to walk to the bar. Well, we had parked like way on the other side, like in the dark, whatever. And they're like, and my ride was like, oh, we're going to go get the car. So I was like, I'll meet you at the car. So I lost my ride, whatever. and I'm like walking around the parking lot with this fucking cookie in my hand, by the way, like just walking around the parking lot with a cookie, looking for my ride. And I'm like, hey, has anyone seen Aurora? Where's Aurora? Where's Aurora? Like, I'm looking for my ride, but everyone's like, oh, they're gone. They went to the bar. And I was like, what the hell? I'm like, how could she leave me? Like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I can't believe this. I'm walking around with a damn cookie in my hand, whatever. So I get to the car that's parked way in BFE, right? And I have this cookie. Well, I've got to pee. So I'm like sitting here and I've got a cookie. And my phone, by the way, is locked in the car because I forgot to get my phone down. So I'm like standing there going, huh. I'm like, I got to pee. And all I have is a cookie. I'm like, I'm like, well, I don't think I should do that. Not a good idea. So I don't, by the way. So, trees. And I'm like, knowing my luck, by the way, I'm sitting there thinking, I'm going to drop my pants and someone's going to fucking walk up from work when I'm trying to pee by the tree. I'm like, not a good idea. So I don't. So I'm walking back and I'm like, whatever. So I find Aurora. We go to the bar, whatever. And I still have this stupid cookie in my hand. So I leave the cookie in the car. We go to the bar. We have more drinks. Again, Denise, not a big drinker. So by the end of the night, the cookie is in the car. I don't want the cookie to melt in the car because it's a rental car. So I keep the cookie and I get out of the car. We're at the hotel room by this. Had a great night, by the way, super fun. Get out of the car. Denise is buzzed more than I thought. So we get out of the car, right? We're walking. I have the cookie and I was holding it with a napkin. Well, the napkin falls in front of me, right? And I was like, shit. And I'm like, and I start to bend down and my friends are like, don't pick it up. They're like, don't pick it up. Don't pick it up. And I'm like, I have to, and I'm buzzed. And I'm like, I have to pick it up. I have to pick it up. I can't litter. I can't litter. And my friends are like, fuck the litter. Don't pick it up, man. You're going to fall. Sure enough, I fall and I hold on to the fucking cookie. I hold on to the cookie. So I fell and I got the cookie in my hand. And my friend Aurora looks at me and she's like, oh my God, she manages to hold on to the cookie. You had to be there. It was really funny. But
Jesus Christ.
I fucked my knee up.
I don't know
Well,
what the
take a
whole point of that
fucking seat.
cookie story was, but let me say what's up to the chat real quick. Tia,
Oh, man, hold
Paul,
on.
appreciate you stopping in.
My shit.
49er Media,
Hold on. I gotta fucking.
Mark,
What's up, Mark?
Christy. She's a mess. Who knows? Damien, David, Bash.
What's up,
Let me go up
family?
here. Throwback. I don't remember if I said you. NorCal Bill, Ty. I think that's everybody. Jerry. I'm guessing this was probably a Kansas City fan. But what's up to you, James Gipe? I don't freaking know. I think that's everybody. If I missed you, I'm sorry, but what's up? What's up? And those that just joined, we're in the middle of a giveaway, so I know, Tia, for real. So go ahead and drop your numbers. You'll have to scroll up and check, and then somebody said Breezy got hacked. Breezy got hacked by some kid during his show right now, or his
What?
social media, or what got hacked? You need to elaborate, please.
We're
Thank
moderators. We should have been there.
Well, he now has he has a bunch of new moderators and like the StreamYard, that. Remember we got pissed in the other chat because that little robot. Yeah, now he has that. Now he has that in the YouTube chat. So it's a pain in the ass. He was yelling at us for everything today. Oh, he got hacked earlier on IG and YouTube. Oh, wow.
Jesus.
So his IG again, now the new new IG. So both IGs. That's why you're not supposed to have an IG, because that's.
He got hacked. That sucks.
Wow.
I'm sorry you guys didn't like my story. You had to be there. It's one of those stories. I guess you had to be there. It was really funny. You had to be there.
I'm sure it was. I just didn't know why you were telling that. So yeah, everybody, drop your numbers. So what else? How else are you feeling, John? let's get back to how you feeling.
I don't
over there.
know. I mean, I really don't know how I should feel right now, right? Like so I expected to lose this game, because I thought going into this game we weren't healthy, right? But then we do what we always do, where we rush our players back when we start to get like intimidated by our opponent. And I'm seeing Trent Williams just about looking like, I mean, he had a good game with the exception of that safety. He got beat bad, right, by Jones. And then it's just like we said, Mooney Ward looked like he was 60-70%
Thank
himself.
you.
Um, I was happy to see Jimmy Ward back, but I really don't know what he was doing. I don't know that he really made much of a difference. And then there's guys like Tarvarius Moore who are out there like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, are you gonna play the fucking game? Like Lenore, like where are these guys? Like, what, we couldn't have used Lenore's speed after Kyle saw?
Well, Lenore got hurt.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. Who else got hurt?
A couple of people that I know came back. Like, I know they took Hufanga back out of the game. He had to go to the tent again, and then he came back in, but it was after he hit his head, so that worries me. Him just coming back from the damn, like, he just got cleared from the concussion protocol today, and then he's out there hitting his head again and going to the tent.
That worried me too.
And then Tarvarius Ward went out, and then he came back, and then let me see who else I had. But yeah, I know those three for sure. Yeah, Greenlaw. I never saw him come back. And he had some big ass brace thing, some weird ass shit around his leg.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that was. I didn't even see Lenore go down.
I think that's some kind of heating. Like, I think that's some kind of heating pad or something. I think McGlinchey had that on last week.
Oh my God, McGlinchey was ass.
Oh my God, McGlinchey got cooked the whole game. He was so bad. Like, oh my God,
he did not belong to be in there. He shouldn't have been in there in the first place.
Man, like, and it's like you're telling me, hey Tanya, drop your numbers. We're in the middle of a giveaway. You're telling me that the person that's whoever there to back him up, that they're going to be that much worse than what he's giving us at this point. If Mike McGlinchey's at, say, 70%, whatever, we'll just throw a number out there. And plus him getting beat on every play, you're telling me that those two things equal, those two things added together are as bad as whoever would be backing him up. Like, I just can't see that. I just can't see that person would be that bad.
I agree with you 200%. Mike McGlinchey, holy shit. He was getting roasted every snap. Every snap he was getting roasted.
Man. Yep. And the penalties. God, like, I don't understand what is going on with this team and the penalties.
I'm telling you guys, there's something missing, and I mean, I know what it is. I'm just not going to say it again.
Oh no.
No.
That sucks.
Oh, damn. How about the Seahawks? Like, what is going on?
Injuries seem like they're on the rise this freaking season. Like, I don't understand. Like, it seems like the more that the NFL tries to, like, oh, let's cut back on practices. Let's cut back on preseason. Let's cut back on training camp. And it just seems like all this cutting back. Now the injuries are worse than what they used to be back in the days when players used to do hell days and, all this crazy shit. Like, I don't know.
Well, but see, that's why I asked you and John earlier. Like, Jaquaski Tart came out and said that when he, like, where is he now? Isn't he an Eagle? Is that right?
Yeah, they kicked him off. I think
he's a free agent. I don't think
he ain't on no team now, but he was with the Eagles during training camp.
Okay. Well, he was saying that their training camp was like they didn't do the padded practices or whatever. And he thinks that's why we have more injuries because, we do those kind of practices. But I'm like, wouldn't you think that if you're practicing that way,
71,
that you have less injuries? And then I can't remember which which person announced this or said this. It was on national media, so don't kill me. I can't remember who said it, but it's a valid point. He said that, like, and it was a he who said it. He said back in the day, he thinks a lot of the injuries, especially soft tissue injuries, are because players do not stretch as much as they should anymore. They do not do like yoga and those type of exercises as much as they should. He's like, back in the day, that kind of stuff was more mandatory. Like they did more like stretching and more yoga, and all that stuff was more mandatory. So I mean, it like, do they need to mandate that stuff again? Like, is that a problem? Like maybe, not enough stretching, not enough yoga, not enough stuff.
You think that would be at the top of these athletes' priorities, like everybody knows that, like I remember that from being a little kid in freaking PE. Like we had to stretch before anything. You had to stretch before you ran. You had to stretch, like.
No, I'm agreeing with you, Miriah. I am, but I'm saying that like this, I wish I could remember who said it, but it's a player who recently played, and he said that it's not emphasized as much as it was back in the day. He said it's not emphasized like it used to be. Like he said, they used to really emphasize stretching and yoga and all that. And he said it's not emphasized like it used to be. And he said he thinks that is a big reason on why there's a lot of soft tissue injuries. And I'm like, well, maybe there's some validity to that.
Yeah, I hold the players accountable. I think that's on them. I think it's their fault. I think they come into OTAs unprepared. They come in that translates into camp, and they're just not prepared. They spend more time fucking off than they should be. Like, look, I said this before. If you feel like you're a Super Bowl caliber roster, then you should be taking care of yourselves. You should come into camp ready to go, like in the best shape ever. You make a fuck ton of money. There's no excuses. Just get your shit together.
Exactly.
Holding out and fucking off is not doing this team any favors.
Okay.
Christy, real quick, hold on. Christy, real quick, pick one of these, which one you want. We're celebrating since it's tight end day. We're doing George Kittle giveaway. So we got this George Kittle, see-through, green, illusionist, or this George Kittle, chain movers, green as well. So let me know which one you want. And then whichever one you don't pick, that'll be for the next giveaway. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I was going to say something. So, and everyone's going to be shocked. So hold on to your shorts, because I'm actually going to blame Kyle Shanahan for something. So this I do blame on Kyle Shanahan. So the other day I was watching, I want to say David Lombardi uploaded it, and it was a practice video. So I'm watching this practice video, and I'm watching, Deebo Samuel and some other receivers, dancing and hanging out. And I'm like, all right, you motherfuckers can't catch the ball, but you're dancing and, woohoo, and, all this shit. Like, I'm sorry, shouldn't y'all be on the jugs machine? Shouldn't y'all be running some routes? Shouldn't y'all be figuring your shit out? Like, that pissed me off. Like, that actually irritated me. I was like,
I've seen in the past too, like you talk about the stretching. Well, like the media guys, they'll post these videos of the beginning when the guys are supposed to be doing their stretches and their whatever warm-ups. And it's like half the guys are just screwing around and not doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Exactly.
And like I said to Grant, like, well, isn't that the time that like you're taking this video of when they're supposed to be stretching and half of them aren't even stretching? Like,
yeah, no, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I understand the music's going and whatever. And I mean, John was just making fun of me because I'm over here, dancing, and whatever. But no, it's all good, John. It's all good. You know what?
I just love to fuck with you, but it's all good. It's all love.
It's like, no, I know. I'm like, everyone makes fun of me. It's okay. It's whatever. But whatever. My point is like,
you've got the confidence of a trophy.
It's like, the point is Kyle Shanahan, whether it's him or it's the receivers coach, you should be on their asses. Like, we're dropping passes in games and these motherfuckers are goofing off at practice, and like, I'm sorry. Like, what the fuck's going on? Like, they can't catch the ball in a fucking game, but they're over here dancing and goofing off when they're like, put their asses on the jug machine.
Like, me and TL have been talking about this team needing to be on the jugs machine since freaking training camp, when Juwan Jennings and all them were having all these drops, when drops were an issue in freaking training camp. And it's like, I never hear one single word about that these guys even have a jugs machine out there. Like, I never hear about anything about these guys using a jugs machine. Like, not one single thing is I have ever seen, not any of the videos that's ever posted, not one mention or one glimpse of a freaking jug machine at the 49ers facility.
Yeah, like maybe we need to, like maybe we all need to eat or, you know, fucking bombard John Lynch's fucking Twitter timeline with like, hey, John, I think you need to get a jugs machine. Hey, John, I think you need to put your players on the jugs machine because none of them can catch a fucking ball.
It's like if the faithful can all chip in to buy a blimp to rent a blimp to fire Jed York, maybe we can all pitch in to get him a jugs machine over there.
The last jugs machine I saw was Kittle's personalized jugs machine. When was that?
Yep. Amen, John. That's the last one I saw.
You know, motherfucker, somebody should be throwing you a football in the middle of the night when you're going to the fridge. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
hey, Ryan.
Like, I'm just like to the point right now where, like, if you're going to fuck off at the beginning of practice, the beginning of games, like when you should be stretching, when this should be organized, like, it's unorganized. We are undisciplined and unorganized. That's a fact. I'm all about you having fun, but you know what, dude? You're making way too much fucking money to have fun. So you know what? Fuck you. You know, stretch your fucking legs, stretch your arms, stretch your ass, run around, you know, catch a few passes, stretch, do something. Don't dance to a boombox coming out. You're fucking 3 and 4. Stick the boombox in the fucking corner until you deserve to pull it out again.
Yeah.
And George Kittle, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't his sister a yoga instructor?
Yeah.
So like bring her ass in and have her start doing yoga with these guys. Like, I mean, fuck, man, like, come on, let's get it together. Like Miriah said, where's the jugs machine? Where is it? Like
Denise,
that is
it's just the players, dude. This is on them. You can provide them with everything under the sun, but if they're not going to utilize any of it, then I mean, we have been blaming staff every time our players get fucked up. I mean, we blame the staff. We want this guy fired, that guy fired, and we don't even know who they are. You could be standing beside them at the market. You wouldn't know, you know, but you want them fucking fired. All right, but the fact remains is the very guys that we do know, the faces, the household names, it's on them. They are responsible for their bodies. The front office has met all of their needs, give them all the money they want, give them everything they ask for, you know. And the one thing that you are required to do is stretch, maintain, and be ready. So they come into the season, they come into camp, just unprepared, overweight, slow, sluggish, dropping passes. Like, this is bullshit. You've got the fan base believing that they've got a Super Bowl caliber roster on their hands. Meanwhile, the players are acting like they got all the time in the world. You know, I mean, I don't know how many fucking times I can tweet it. Get your fucking shit together. Get your head out of your ass. Today, family, D'Amico got smoked. He got smoked.
Yep.
His defense got exposed. The Bills held this team to 20-some points. We gave up a 44 fucking burger.
Dude.
We gave up mad yards.
John, before you came on, I told Miriah, like, I am sorry. And this is not like, I love D'Amico Ryans. I do not want D'Amico Ryans fired. Like, I think D'Amico Ryans is a good coach, like, but I am sorry. Our defense was not ready to play. Like, they literally, like, it wasn't even just injuries. Like, our players literally looked fucking lost. Our players looked lost. They literally, defense
started the game. They started the game good, but that's my point, Denise. You rushed back injured players, so they cannot sustain that kind of aggressive, that kind of, they can't go 4 quarters of football banged up at 60-70%.
But you
And
know what,
that's
John?
why after halftime, you saw them decline and just drop off significantly.
But here's my thing is like, so we say that, right? We say like they rush players back, but did we rush players back, or
Yes.
did the medical team clear them and say they were ready to play?
No, we rushed them back.
I mean, there's no way to
I
know.
fully believe if I'm trying to put myself in the hypothetical, if I'm trying to put myself as a head coach, GM, front office owner, I'm looking at the bottom line. If they're standing on their feet, if they're dancing to music in the locker room, they can fucking play. That's just how I feel. Like these guys are they're obviously at practice, right? They're limited. If you're limited at practice, then you're going to be limited during games.
That I agree with that. That actually right there,
You're just going to be limited.
Yeah.
But if I'm Kyle, I'm asking these guys, like, where are these guys? From 1 to 10, where are these guys? Where's Mooney? They're like, well, he's like a 7. He's probably a 7. All right, well, he looked like a 4 today.
Yeah.
He could not compete with his former team. He could not compete. We made MVS and Mecole Hardman look like, all pros.
Yeah.
They're fucking average receivers at best. They were using Mecole Hardman the way we use Debo. We could do nothing to stop those two. It was absolutely piss poor.
Dude, I even told Miriah too before you came on, like Billy B and Andy Reid and Mike Tomlin and all the head coaches in the NFL, what do they do better? And I would actually say Mike Tomlin and Bill Belichick do this better than Andy Reid. What do they do better than anybody else? They take your number one weapon away from you. How many times was Kelsey wide open? Kelsey is Patrick Mahomes' number one weapon, and he was wide open. Wide open. Like, come on, guys. What the fuck? You guys are killing me. Fucking killing me.
So real quick, so how I told you that Breezy's channel had that Nightbot on there today and that he had a new moderator that did it for him. That's the picture that new moderator had, and he kept saying, oh, change the Nightbot, because even if you put caps, like not Nightbot was yelling at us. So Breezy during the show is telling this kid, or I didn't know it was a kid at the time, change the commands because you have it on too strict and blah blah blah. And now I looked at Breezy's YouTube page, and the picture is of that kid that he had setting up the Nightbot. So Breezy gave that kid. Yep.
Oh shit.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I was what?
Yeah, Breezy had some dude setting up Nightbot for him and was a moderator over his channel now. Some guy I'd never even heard his name or anything. I just seen him in the stream earlier when Breezy was talking back and forth with them. And now that I look at Breezy's channel, now that this kid hacked it, whatever, he changed the profile picture to the picture that he had as his profile picture.
Oh,
so it's the same kid.
So he just straight up stole the damn channel?
Yep. Yeah, if you go to it, you can see the kid's head, like the top of his head's on stream on the camera. It's live right now.
I'm telling you, you can't trust anyone nowadays.
No. Like
and
what?
You can't even get a hold of YouTube.
I would
YouTube
never
has
freaking
no
give
customer service.
No,
there's
you
no
can't.
way to reach out to anyone. It's like, we're out here on our own.
Yeah, it's crazy. But you can't fucking trust people like that with your shit.
Here's what I want to know, John. If YouTube has no customer service, then how do they shut you guys down? And I mean this like I'm defending Breezy, you, Jesse Naylor with last second sports. I mean, Jesse Naylor's channel got taken from him like that.
Yeah, it's so quick to get shut down, but you can't get a hold of anybody to get shit fixed or get it put back up or nothing.
You can't even get help. when Jesse's channel was suspended or taken away, like
they still never have answered him.
They never did.
Nope.
They never did. I
Like,
was
that's
just
bullshit.
just started following him when that happened, and I enjoyed him. I'm like, you know what, this is kind of crazy. Like I mean, when he was reaching out for followers and subscribers again, I was there. I felt terrible for him. I mean, that's a ton of work. I mean, God, we know how much work we put in. That dude had us by years.
No. That's my point, though, is I'm saying, like, shit like that happens to someone like Jesse, who put in all that work and time on his channel, and it got taken from him like that.
Yeah.
But if you guys need help, they can't even answer you. Like, what kind of bullshit is that?
Yeah.
I mean, it's really just it's garbage. But what are you going to do? You know, we made that choice.
That's true.
He's trolling and he's costing Breezy a lot of money, because normally Breezy would be having his instant reaction show right now with hundreds of people in there, and instead he has this little kid there fucking talking and fucking around.
Wow.
Somebody that he trusted to help him with shit for whatever fucking reason.
That's unbelievable. That's hard to believe. Good night, Mom.
You know what? If I was Breezy, I would find that dude and I would whoop his ass.
And his mom's ass.
Fucking A, dude.
Little asshole.
I'd be whooping.
He looks like he's like freaking 12 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable.
I'd be opening a can of whoop ass on somebody. And you know what? Breezy would get in trouble, so I'd go find me and another 11, 12-year-old kid, and I'd be like, yeah, there he is. Fuck him up.
I mean, I hope that people that are there right now are reporting it and trying to report it so that at least Breezy can get some mercy and redemption here, right?
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you, like, if Breezy reports it and whatever, does he just get his channel back, or how does that work?
I mean, I would imagine.
Hopefully.
Like, we don't know what the kid's doing. We don't know if he's accumulating strikes. We don't know what YouTube rules he's breaking. I mean, anyone that's watching it right now would know.
Damn.
You know,
But you don't know what he's doing on the other side of the screen.
I'm ready to bribe the kid and be like, hey, I'll send you $500 if you just get off.
Yeah.
Just sign off. Give Breezy back his channel. I'll Venmo you some money.
John, you're so sweet.
I'm not going to Venmo him $1, Denise. I'm just going to feed him. He's 12. He's not going to get a red cent. I just want him to get off. Because we know how much work the guy puts into his channel and his
no.
I would absolutely hate for this to happen to him. Like, it would break my heart.
No, you guys, all you guys work your asses off. Like, I mean, I'll be honest with you. Most of the time, I don't know how you guys find the time. Like, I'll be honest. Like, I'm like, how do these people find time to do this all the time? Like, shit, man. I'm working right now. I'm so fucking busy all the time. I barely have time to do.
We don't have any preparation or structure. We literally just shoot right from the hip. I mean, we really do.
John, I love your guy. I love all you. For the most part, everyone I follow, their channels. Like, I love Locker Room Rant. Like, you guys make me laugh. Like, you know, anybody who can make me laugh, it's my kind of show.
We enjoy.
Yeah, make sure if you're in this chat or you watch this on playback that you are following Locker Room Rant. Get over there and subscribe to Locker Room Rant. I don't care who you're a fan of, the 49ers, the Sluckly old Bears, whoever, don't matter.
Yeah,
go over there.
We will talk. We will talk.
Everybody's got to be stoked, man, because the Bills. I think the Bills. It's between the Bills and the Chiefs this year. That's who I think it is.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt about it. I mean, I don't want to say what I want to say because, I mean, I don't mean it, but I'm afraid that, you know, look, the teams that we're talking about here, the only thing that could potentially get in their way is, you know, that ugly word that we are riddled by year in and year out. Exactly. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to jinx it, but these guys are, do you even know who the backup quarterback is for the Kansas City Chiefs? Because I don't.
Nope.
Is it Henny or what's his name?
Yeah.
Chad Henne? Is that who it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Who's the backup for the Buffalo Bills?
Shit, I really don't even know.
Yeah.
I really don't know.
I don't either. You know, I thought you might.
It's a long season, and here we are, right? I mean, here we are in very similar circumstances as we were last year, right? Right? We were what? Like, were we 3-5 going against the Rams, right? Am I wrong, or weren't we like 3-5?
Yeah.
Going versus the Rams in a
Yeah.
must-win versus the Rams.
Yep.
So it's like we've got to play the Rams. We need to go into the bye week at 4-4 and just get healthy.
You know,
and not the Greenbrier healthy, as I stated before. Just go home and get healthy. Do something. I don't want to hear that the players are relaxing and hanging out at some facility that they like. Just get right. Get healthy. And Kyle's got to find his bag wherever the fuck it is. Okay?
You know what sucks though, John, is like here, this is exactly what I talk about though. Like, we're down in the red zone. We're down in the red zone. And Kyle draws up the play. And who does Jimmy throw to? He throws to Kittle, who's fucking triple coverage. Why Jeff Wilson Jr. is wide fucking open.
Yeah,
That's
but Jeff Wilson Jr. dropped the ball that was perfectly thrown to him.
That's not the one I'm talking about. That's not the one I'm talking about.
I'm not even talking about that one in particular. In general.
I mean, it just drives me crazy. It drives me
my
crazy.
phone rang.
You're fine. It just drives me fucking crazy. I'm sorry. Whatever. Everybody can blame Kyle, whatever. Like, I just fucking Jimmy Garoppolo makes me want to pull my fucking hair out.
Trying to see if I can get this, because it looks like I'm the only admin left on Breezy's channel. So,
like, I know, like, he just fucking, God. Like, and I was dying. I'm like, when we got the safety, I was like, of course, Jimmy Falopolo gets a fucking safety. Of course he does. Of course he does.
Yeah, but that really, I mean, that wasn't his fault. I mean, Trent gave up Trent got beat. He got beat bad. He did. I mean, believe me, I'm not the first one to defend Jimmy, but on that one, that's his blind side. He was running away from it.
He could have thrown the fucking ball out of bounds.
I mean, he could have, but I mean, you know what? In those circumstances, you're hoping that somebody can get open. You know, you're hoping for that. Now, I agree. He probably should have, but I don't know, like, you know, is anybody on the field fucking screaming, you know, behind you? Could you even hear somebody screaming that if you're Jimmy? Probably not, right? You know, he has the pocket awareness of, you know, a fucking mole. So, you know, it is what it is, right?
He has a pocket awareness of a fucking mole.
I mean, yeah, what do we always say? Ray Charles has a better idea of what's going on. He's got more pocket awareness than Jimmy, right? I mean, come on. Like, I just, so much more went wrong than just that safety, though, right? So much more went bad than that safety.
Fuck, man, I can't. Jimmy Garoppolo's like, ooh, who am I gonna throw it to? Oh my god, you know what? I'm gonna throw it to the guy who's got fucking 20 people covering him. Who go Jimmy?
You get it. What were you drinking? Bong water? What
I know.
Over there? What were you doing over there? For somebody with a bum knee, you got a lot of energy.
Like shit. Mom, what you been doing over there? Mom's gone wild.
Those gummies just hit like literally 25 seconds ago.
Shit. You know what? If I smoked weed, you guys, I'd be fucking. Oh, wow.
God, I wish you would smoke weed for one episode. That would be great. I might just smoke with you. Fuck it.
Gotta come to the Vegas and Raiders game, then you can.
I'll be in Vegas. I'll be in Vegas in April Miriah. So we're going to be hitting you up. Me, Tony, the whole damn crew.
All right.
Oh God.
All
Oh
right,
my God.
fam. Let's do this last giveaway before we get out of here, and then we'll get on out of here. So I don't know how much more Denise we can take.
Denise is... Girl, you
Oh,
need to
God.
sit down and drink some water.
One extreme to the next. Last show, we're screaming at everybody. The streamer crazy.
I mean, this one, we got the brakes beat off of us. There's really nothing to say. Who can we even blame right now? Everyone sucked. Kyle sucked. D'Amico sucked. The offense sucked. The defense sucked. Special teams sucked. Everybody fucking sucked. I'm even willing to bet somebody who sang the national anthem sucked. Because
special teams been sucking.
They have been. They've been ass.
Special teams. We went out and got these special teams player, new special teams coach. They look good like the first week, and then they've been shit ever since. It's like, why did we even bother investing in special teams so heavily when?
Hey, you know what?
Shit. Drop your numbers, everybody.
It's better to laugh than cry. That's what I gotta say.
I'm gonna cry right when we get off. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna fucking cry my eyes out. I got to do a show with Bash later, and I'm going to cry on that show. I'll probably be even more fucking pissed off because I'll be drinking. I'll be out of here, and I'll be drinking.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm 100% sober, and I'm not crying because I knew we were going to get our ass whooped. So that's probably why I'm not that upset. I was like,
I thought we would lose this game, but I did not want to see the defense give up 44. Because now we got beat 2 different ways, 2 weeks in a row. We got beat by a mobile. Did you see Mahomes leave the pocket today, family? He didn't fucking budge.
He had all the time in the world.
He was throwing from the pocket all day. He might have rolled out a few times, but for the most part, he was not beating us with his legs at all.
No.
He just had a clean pocket the entire fucking time.
He had all this time. He had a clean uniform the entire game. Like, I don't understand. That was supposed to be the most depth we had was the defensive line, and where are they?
Yeah, Rick, I saw them attacking in the first half. I saw the Chiefs attacking the sidelines. So they adjusted and just started attacking down the middle.
Yeah.
They made adjustments. Did we make adjustments? Not a goddamn one.
I feel like we don't make very much adjustments these days.
I mean, D'Amico was playing so soft. He was playing like a deep cover 3 with dropping back the safeties and we played so lazy today in the secondary. It was sad. I mean, they were running screens on us. They were just destroying us. The urgency nothing from last week carried over this week. Maybe in the first half, maybe when we had, okay, look at this. The scripted plays, right? Do you see how fucking hot trash we are after the scripted plays? We are so fucking trash after the scripted plays. It's unbelievable. Why the fuck don't we have any more fucking scripted plays? I mean, we're awesome with the scripted plays. Where are the rest of the scripted plays? I don't understand.
Well, here's what I want to know. Okay, so everyone blames Kyle, right? Like, Kyle sucks. Where's the scripted plays? Kyle sucks. Okay. Well, you know what's funny? How was Brock Purdy able to complete some passes?
Because he's mobile.
Well,
he actually moved.
Well, and Kansas City had no starters in the game.
No, I hear that. But my point is fucking, even when you don't have scripted plays, Jesus Christ, your quarterback should be able to read the fucking field.
Well, yeah, but we know he can't.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, man. I mean, I'm sorry, but yes, Kyle should have scripted plays, but Jimmy Garoppolo is the fucking quarterback. God damn, it is his fucking job to get the ball down the fucking
You fucking going crazy or what?
Sorry.
No, you weren't getting bitched out when you were laughing. God damn it! You're allowed to have this time. You should just vent more,
Like,
Denise.
I mean, fuck, man. I'm sorry. It just drives me fucking crazy.
Yeah, but that's like expecting squirrels to fly. Like we know, right? Like we know. Jimmy's not going to wake up one day and shock us, Denise. He's not. He's just not. But what I do expect from Kyle is some more creativity. I said that last week, right? There just seems to be a lack of creativity in the offense. When Mecole Hardman looks more like Debo than Debo looked like Debo, we got a problem. We just do. When
Debo's
MVS
like
is out
non-existent
there,
this game.
right. They made sure to destroy us in the flat. Like I see so much missing that made us who we were last year. Granted, we discovered our identity late last year, but right now, like the 49ers started the season with a dynamic, dominant defense against lesser opponents.
I know. I just like it just drives me crazy because
So
like
how good is our defense? That's my question to you both. How good is our defense against an elite quarterback?
we're not. We just proved it.
How
Well,
good are we?
not this defense. Our starting defense may be a different story, but what we saw out there
Well,
today, no.
Yeah, that's actually I'll give Miriah that. That's true. We didn't have our starters. Like, I mean, we had some of them, but like John said, they probably came back, injured, whatever. So, you know what? Like, we don't really know the answer to that question. So I will say that. Like,
I would have rather have lost. I would have rather have gotten spanked with backups. Do you understand? I would have rather have gotten spanked by with backups in the game while these guys rest better. Because I don't want to lose to the Rams next week because these guys are re-injured again. I don't want to hear that Trent's ankle flared up, Bosa's groin flared up, Jimmy Ward's arm fell off, McGlinchey's calf is fucked up, Greenlaw's calf is fucked up. I don't want to hear that shit. All for what? This was a non-conference competition. This game didn't mean shit. So I don't want to find out that we lost our guys for next week. That concerns me a lot.
no, I agree with that. I do. Like I said, the reason I'm so frustrated is because the bottom line is the worst injury we've had all year. I'm going to try to be calm because my husband's going to strangle my ass. Is like the worst injury we've had all year was Trey Lance. That's my take. The worst injury we had all fucking year was Trey Lance. That's the worst injury we've had all year is Trey Lance. Because the bottom line is we've seen this show. We've seen this show last year. We've seen this show the year before. If everything is not perfect around Jimmy Garoppolo, he can't get it done. And people can hate me for saying it, but it's the truth. Kyle has to call a perfect game. Our defense has to play perfect. Everything has to be perfect. And Jimmy has to execute the perfect game or we can't win.
Yeah. It's fair. It's fair. I mean, sadly, everything has to go right for everything to go right. And I wish that we could be a team that could do it.
I don't know why you continue to get mad about this when we known for years that's how it is. Like, whose fault is it that we have Jimmy here?
Oh no, I told you before we came on. I agree with everyone. Now, see, that is one thing that I do criticize Kyle for. We missed out on Josh Allen. We missed out on Lamar Jackson. We missed out on the booty guy. We missed out on Patty Mahomes. Like, that is Kyle's fault. The quarterback situation is Kyle's fault. And I do blame Kyle. I blame Kyle for that.
I mean, I don't know where we would be right now if we had Brock Purdy as our quarterback. Like I
Do this.
I feel like you know who Jimmy is, so just get creative, for God's sake. Do something to make Jimmy, do something with this offense to get Jimmy to look a little bit less like the Jimmy Garoppolo we know, and just be creative. Right?
93. Yeah.
Don't you guys both agree that the offense needs some creativity, trick plays, something?
Well, I'm hoping that now with CMC we can have that a little.
You bring Danny Gray into the game. And what the fuck do you think Andy Reid's thinking right now? What? You haven't seen Danny Gray do a damn thing. Oh, Danny Gray, they must be going. There's a streak down the field coming up.
And then we never see him again. It's like, well.
Yep. And Jimmy's pass goes up in the air with very little velocity, and it gets like hung up. It gets like hung up in the sky somewhere. It just doesn't.
He always has these hot air balloon fucking floaters. Like,
yep. Patrick Mahomes threw a floater today. He got a little pressure. He threw a floater, and Kelsey boxed out both Charvarius Ward and I think it was Gibson. Right? It was a floater. We didn't even try to take it out of the air. You know?
Yeah. I mean,
Kyle draws up a play to Ray McLeod, the shortest man on the field on the goal line. You decide to throw a floater to Ray. Ray didn't even turn around. Ray didn't even track the fucking ball, nor did he try to defend the ball. If you can't catch it, at least jump up with the corner and try to make a play. Fuck. Try to smack it out of their hands. Nope. Jumped right up, right over Ray. And what'd they do? A few chunk plays with how much time, fam? And drive down the field before half. And no, they didn't score. They did not. You're right. They did not.
They missed it, but
they missed it. But look at how
that's
much
the
yards
things that he can do.
Yep. We can't do that shit.
Hell no.
We waste 10 fucking minutes dinking and dunking and running McCaffrey into a loaded box, a 6-man front. What the fuck is that?
I will say that.
Real quick. David McNew, you won. Congratulations. George Kittle. I'll put it in your bag. Yeah, I seen Tony was over there on Breezy's hack channel trying to talk to the hacker. Like, what's going on here? What's going on? Where's everybody at?
Yeah, bro. I'm sorry, man. I did ignore your call. I was on here with my family, just getting it out, bro. But you should probably be threatening that dude at Breezy's channel right now. Talk him down, Tony. Talk him down.
I don't know. Like I said, it does piss me off, and I do yell at my TV, and you're right, it shouldn't piss me off because I've seen it time and time again, but it's still
infuriating. Don't be sorry for that shit. Be pissed. I'm pissed.
It still infuriates the shit out of me. And CMC, I did not, honestly, what's funny is I didn't expect him to have like a huge game this game because he had just got here.
Yeah.
Like, it was kind of like, here's the playbook. We're going to throw you in for some plays, and you know what I mean? But, like, I didn't expect him to, and again, God, Jimmy is just, every time I think Jimmy can elevate his game a little bit, he lets me down. Like, he just lets me down. Like, I'm like, Jimmy is Jimmy. God, is he Jimmy? And of course, people come at me at Twitter and they're like, oh, Jimmy's not that bad. I'm like, what game are you watching? What game are you watching?
He has turnovers at the worst fucking time. Like, he has to throw interceptions at the worst time. Then he had a fumble too, right? It's like, I don't know. Ugh, so frustrating.
I'm like, he throws an interception in the end zone. I'm like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but the play that's dialed up has to be a question, right? Like, did Kyle really intend for Jimmy to throw it to the shortest motherfucker out there? I don't understand.
But here's the thing, John.
That's like I didn't understand why we threw deep to Ray last game. Like, why?
But here's the thing, you guys. Like, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna die on this hill. I'm gonna die on this hill because I don't care. Like, you see other, like, I mean, let's use Kyler Murray. What did Kyler Murray tell his coach on the sidelines? Calm the fuck down. That's what he said. Calm the fuck down.
Yeah, that's a quarterback. We're talking about you're throwing to the shortest receiver out there.
No. What I'm trying to say is, my point is like, Jimmy is supposed to be like, Kyle has said this, and this is why I die on this hill. Kyle has said Jimmy can audible out of the play call. He's got the ability to audible out of the play call. Like, if Jimmy, like, if they line up and Jimmy sees like, oh shit, this isn't gonna work. Jimmy can audible out of the play call. He does not have to use the play call that's called. He doesn't. Kyle has said that over and over again. He can audible out of the play call. So here's my point.
You're probably right. Then Jimmy audibled out and decided to throw the ball to the shortest motherfucker on the field. You're probably right.
Troy, I agree. I agree 100%. That's why I never thought him staying, you know, when we drafted Trey Lance, I never thought it was smart for him to play that other season, because why? We know that Jimmy and Kyle can't get it done together. So
yes.
That's why, as soon as, obviously, you know, us keeping him as a backup, you know, the plan wasn't for him to play, but, you know, we still kept him as a backup regardless. And well, here we are again. And now it's just like deja vu all over again. The same
Jimmy
shit
allows calculated
risks.
Again. Keeping Jimmy allows calculated risks, risky risks.
And I agree with what everyone is saying. Like I said, if there is one thing that I blame Kyle for, and I hold Kyle's feet to the fire for, is the QB situation. It is on Kyle. Whether it's on Kyle or John, I don't know who made the final decision, but I definitely blame Kyle, because I think Kyle, especially when it comes to that position, I blame Kyle more than John, because I think Kyle has more say over the QB position than John. So yes, I do blame Kyle. I blame Kyle for passing on Patty Mahomes. I blame Kyle for passing on Lamar Jackson. I blame Kyle for passing on the guy in Buffalo. Fucking, why is his name?
Josh Allen.
Yeah, Josh Allen. Like, I blame Kyle for all of that. Like, we could have had Josh Allen.
But there's going to be a lot of teams that can say the same thing about it. You know, we weren't the only ones.
You know who we picked instead of Josh Allen? You want to know who we picked? We picked Mike McGlinchey. Mike McGlinchey over Josh Allen. Make me bark. Make me bark.
I mean, the Cavs could have had Jordan Poole from Miriah over there, but they took Dylan Windler instead. The guy doesn't even play. I'm just sad when I watch my Cavs. I mean, my Cavs are really good right now. I'm not gonna lie, but having Jordan Poole would have been really sweet. Just putting it in there.
Did you see my son's game? Not last night, or not the other night, but the night before. They had a hell of a comeback.
Yeah.
With Damian Lee.
At first, I thought you said your son, and I'm like, who is your son, and what team does he play for? And then I remember that you are in Arizona. You're a Phoenix. I'm sorry, you're a Phoenix Sun. I remember.
Yes.
I remember.
Phoenix Suns fan.
Yes.
All right, fam. We're done here.
Yeah, I think so. I got it out.
All right.
It is what it is. All right.
I'm gonna be
guys. I'm gonna be on with Bash a little later tonight after 10 Eastern. So I don't know what that is for the rest of you people in Mountain Time. And
sorry for my craziness, people. Sorry.
Sorry. We love
Sorry,
you.
I got a little excited, and you know, I got to go apologize to my husband now.
So make sure you guys turn into 49ers Minded tonight, 7 Pacific Standard, 10 Eastern Standard for JV, Bashar. Also, this Wednesday, every Wednesday from here on out for the foreseeable future, I have a segment on Ryan Hensley's channel, 49er Warriors Morning Show. My My time slot is 8:15 to 8:30. So if you guys Pacific time, so if you're awake in the mornings, come stop by, say hey. And yeah, me and TL will be back someday this week. Shout out to TL. Happy birthday again, buddy. I appreciate you. Hope you're having a wonderful time.
Happy birthday, TL.
Happy
Much
birthday,
love.
TL.
Tanya, I will. Much love, fam. Appreciate all of you guys in the chat. We'll see you guys here shortly. Everybody
Bye.
stay safe. See ya.
Later, family.
See ya. See ya.